Who wants to play? We have some fun today?
We all want to play.
I'm ready to play because we got $100,000 with Destroy Your Debt at 7 and 8 o'clock today. Let's check in with the crew. TJ, what's on your mind?
Guys, I have a life update for you.
Oh.
Do you remember last week when I was telling you about the girl that I have on my Facebook?
Yes.
Who recently started selling things on Facebook.
Yes.
And it took me 2 weeks to finally figure out what exactly she's selling.
She had been dropping crumbs.
Just breadcrumbs
Little
for 2 weeks.
$150 to change your life.
She said that $150 I spent could be $133 for you.
TJ, what is she selling on Facebook?
Guys, she's selling keto coffee.
What is that?
I don't know.
Keto coffee.
I gotta tune in today to find out what that is.
I would assume it's like butter coffee because, keto diets are super butter heavy, are they not? I have no idea.
They're butter
so it's
and
like
fat.
butter coffee. So what it is expensive coffee. That's what it is.
Oh, cool. So glad I waited 2 weeks for that.
So it's only $133 for one cup of coffee.
I think it's $133 so she can get her starter pack so she can start selling them.
Well, best of luck to her.
Yeah. She's only 50 grand away from that Escalade.
You know, I always laugh about with those MLMs is like, oh, hey, I drive a pink Escalade or I got this or that. You know, it takes more. It costs you more in sales to get one of those.
No, Adam. No, don't be.
Okay, I won't even get into it.
It's greasy how they do it, too.
It is so greasy. Anyway, Jax.
Trending on Twitter, hashtag sex is great, but have you? And I was going through some of the replies this morning.
Like, have you tried?
Yeah.
Right.
Hashtag sex is great, but have you ever had someone cancel something that you did not want to go to in the first place? Best feeling, right?
Oh, that's way better.
Had that last week.
Sex is great, but have you ever woke up to realize that it's a holiday and you can stay in bed?
TJ.
TJ, you love that.
I love leaving my work alarm on for that exact reason.
And one of the most retweeted ones is hashtag sex is great, but have you ever voted Donald Trump out of office?
No.
Ooh, yeah. So
don't know what that feels like, honestly.
Well, neither do I.
Producer Jesse.
Did you see Dr. Eileen Davila yesterday, the city's medical officer, say that she does not care for the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Oh, yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Tori was mad.
Is that reason enough to get her out of there?
Jesse, no!
I had that.
I don't know. It's not as though she's done an amazing job, which she has. Dr. Davila, listen, we know you're an extremely smart person.
Yeah.
And that is why she's made the decision she's made.
Yeah.
Because what if we ever got out of cheering for the Toronto Maple Leafs?
It's true.
I won't stop.
I was going to say, she's done a better job than the Leafs have.
That's that is the joke, Jax.
Yeah, I get
Welcome.
it. I'm sorry. I don't understand hockey, really, so I'm trying to catch up.
Leafs bad is the joke, actually. So
Eileen, good.
Eileen, good.
Yeah. Slap shot.
So it's a Thursday morning, which means we've got Ghosted as well at 8 o'clock. We're going to have some fun. Are you awake? Text us. 99999. We want to hear from you. Where are you going? It's Party Next Door in Drake, Virgin Radio.
You're a star in my let this go. We spent the last 3 summers on.
Hey, shout out our early morning crew. It's Virgin Mornings, Adam Wild, TJ, and Jax. Hey, good morning, Adam Wild, TJ, and Jax. I think you should add a keyword for Destroy Your Debt for $100,000 early at 6 a.m. for all those morning drivers who don't get to listen past 6:15. Well, that's fair. If our boss is listening, which I know she is, maybe.
Always.
Maybe. Somebody else from Oshawa, 905, driving my ass to work. I need to start a new job tomorrow, LOL.
Yeah.
Tiffany from Uxbridge. I got to take my 4 kids to my dad's in Bowmanville. Then I'm heading to Oshawa's hospital for my 1-year-old who is having surgery.
Aww.
So good luck to you.
Yeah, we love you.
Thinking about the little guy.
Good morning and welcome to the early morning crew. We're all awake.
White shirt now.
With what's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
Premier Doug Ford is begging university students not to party when they go back to school this fall. Good luck, Doug. I've been begging the city of Brampton to do the same thing for months now. As university and college students are set to go back to school, Doug Ford is pleading with the students to not get too rowdy and party together with a COVID increased fear. He said, quote, he feels like a dad preaching to kids and doesn't want it to be that way, but it's critical, saying, I understand kids have to get out there and be with their friends, but guys, just be careful when you go back to school.
I think he said he just dropped his daughters at university as well, and like he's begging them not to as well. Like, and here's the thing, I think Doug liked to party.
I have a theory.
Yeah. Did?
I get the sense that he understands the urge. So
I like the idea of like him like going home at night and like a soft tear coming down his face and be like, I hope everybody's just safe right now.
just please don't party.
Please don't party.
Every government official's been doing that over the last 6 months. They're
cry.
sitting in the dark room under one lamp, one single tear. There's a glass of something probably amber in color, and they're thinking, please just everyone be safe.
Why couldn't we have had a normal turn? Like, why, you know, like these guys sign up for 4 years to do this, and it's like, can we be relatively normal?
Why now? Why now?
Get ready for more Baby Yoda memes. A new season of The Mandalorian is coming out next month, and if you listen really closely, you'll hear the sound of everyone on the internet going, like Adam Joel just did. Yes.
Yeah, Chewbacca.
Disney announced that the new season of the smash hit is coming out October 30th. There's no trailer yet, but when this news was announced, everyone was like, oh my gosh, that means we get to see more of the child, more Baby Yoda. Yeah. Season 3 has already been in the works for a while, so it looks like there will be no shortage of Baby Yoda in the near future. That's how excited I am about it.
It's really good, and you need to stop making fun of it now.
Listen.
I'm going to come over there. It's so good.
Listen, from one R2D2 to another. Let me tell you what.
I love you so much, but also I hate you so much.
It's so good, too.
Okay. They put out the list of who's on Dancing with the Stars, and normally I'd be like, oh, cool, skip over that. But there's 2 names on this list that I am so excited to tell you about. Chriselle Staus from Selling Sunset.
Love Chriselle.
Which, if you haven't watched Selling Sunset on Netflix,
it's a mess.
It's the most beautiful mess I've ever watched. I love it so much. And also, from Netflix, Carol Baskin.
No,
Love that.
no.
Carol's going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Can we stop giving her time and money?
No.
Can we just stop it?
I want her and her really weird husband on TV dancing together. I don't even want her paired with somebody.
Like, I don't know. I guess there's not going to be an audience this year. But you would think he would have been in the audience, like, supporting her. And what would have been amazing is just the cutaways to his... He's weird.
Yeah.
Just cutaways to
he
him
looks
being
like
weird.
he has a gun to his head at all times. Like, you know what I mean?
He's got a cat to his back, that's for sure.
Hey. Nev Schulman from Catfish, Nelly, and AJ McLean of the Backstreet Boys are also going to be on the new season.
Lead with AJ.
No, you lead with Chriselle, and you I think work in the Carol Baskin.
Is Caitlin Bristow the Bachelorette?
She's also on that.
Yeah, so she's from Vancouver, so she's going to be on as well.
Oh, she's cool.
Yeah.
Again, not as cool as Carol Baskin.
No.
The new season starts September 14th, and that's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. And you're just over an hour away from $100,000. We got a keyword for you with Destroy Your Debt at 7 o'clock this morning, and then at 8, too. It's Virgin Radio.
This is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wilde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Safe sex is important. Because sex is important. And you want to be safe.
Hell yeah.
Now, in COVID times, safe sex is even more important because we're not just worried about one area, we're worried about your lungs too.
Yeah.
Right? And according to Canada's top doctor, skip kissing and consider wearing a mask when having sex to protect yourself from catching COVID-19. Dr. Theresa Tam, Canada's chief medical officer, said in a statement that sexual activity in new partners does increase the risk. And she said, like other activities during COVID that involves physical closeness, there are some things that you can do to minimize the risk of spreading the virus. So you put on a mask.
It makes sense. I mean, like, we're all laughing, but it does make sense.
It does make sense.
But what if you love kissing?
Well, I
Not
think
your season, is it?
Yeah. What's the Julia Roberts, Richard Gere movie?
Which
Pretty
one?
Woman?
They have a couple?
Pretty Woman, I think.
Runaway Bride? Like,
I don't think it's Runaway Bride. I think we're going for Pretty Woman. The no kissing rule.
is it Runaway?
You know?
I think those were different circumstances.
Sure. But you know, just it was still adorable and also kind of hot at the time, right?
You could also, it really opens up some interesting possibilities for role play where you could get masks that look a little bit different every time.
No, keep going with this. See, if
No,
you,
I'm figuring
you
it out as I say it.
You can't see TJ, but he looks
I love
unsure,
when you
but I
think
want
out
it.
loud. It's great.
Yeah. So, like,
Especially on live radio.
like, for example, I can't grow facial hair. Maybe my girlfriend wants me to wear a mask where I have a beard.
Let's put on the beard tonight.
I said,
Wow,
yeah.
let's put on the beard.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, guys. I feel like this is
think
not
we
as
should
bad as
go.
we thought.
Okay.
And listen, with Halloween coming up,
No, that's spooky. I don't like that.
there are lots of mask options available.
Make them happy.
They've always got to have a little sinister element. Otherwise, what's the fun? You got to have an edge. Come on.
You can make a grown man cry.
Adam Wild, TJ and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
All right, so midday yesterday, David Blaine's like, and he's the illusionist, I'm going to strap a bunch of balloons together, and then I'm going to float, and then I'm going to fall. And that was the thing. And everybody was talking about
He's
it.
like, I'm going to do it over the course of 3 hours on YouTube.
Yes.
And you're all going to watch.
Call it what it is.
What is it?
Dark magic. Dark magic.
I don't think it is. I think it's more like he stole from the movie Up and
Dark magic.
literally just took the movie Up.
That's a good idea. I'm going to try that.
Magic makes me concerned, so I haven't watched this video in full yet because I get scared.
It's kind of cool because TJ pointed it out this morning. He was like, "Hey, listen, was he strapped into those balloons? No, he's just holding them."
See, and that seems like a lot.
Yeah, and he gets up really high.
Yeah, that's one way to put it, TJ.
Yeah, so he reached a certain level of altitude, then dropped his weights because there were weights that kind of guide you, and basically it rose and rose and rose, and at 24,000 feet, he released the balloons. But the craziest part for me is he put on his parachute midair. So like he didn't. Just to make it that much harder. Like for me, I'm like, I'm going up with the parachute already strapped in. But he's like, no, I think I'm going to strap it on midair.
I'm David Blaine, and I'm going to make this one step harder.
Well, as producer Jesse made a point of, he wasn't even in the air, he was in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like he was
He's
like, that's wild.
high-fiving astronauts.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Now,
dark magic.
I'm sitting there yesterday watching it, and I'm thinking, how do you become the guy that does this?
Yeah. Like, which way does your life go that you're like, all right, this is what I'm doing? Yeah.
So, because he's done, like Chris Rock even did a bit on him. He's like, he literally suspended himself in a box for a month, and he's just like, I'm in a box and I'm not going to eat. And he's like, this is not magic. This is just you not eating in a box.
Yeah.
But how do you become, because they're like, you know, if you're in an industry, there are so many jobs that exist in that industry. How many illusionists do you know besides David Blaine? Maybe Chris Angel?
Oh, I was going to say
Chris Angel.
Mind Freak. But other than that, there's like not many, right?
I'm going to watch that.
So how do you go, you know what? I am going to be the guy.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be a lot of illusionists, but I'm going to be the illusionist who gets to do it on YouTube and float myself to 24,000 feet.
Like, it's not even illusions that he does, because I've seen other clips where he's on podcasts.
Yeah.
He's like, take this ice pick and hammer it into the meat in my arm. I'm like, no.
Drain my blood. Yeah, it's like, what?
Yeah. He's he's an interesting dude. Although, like, you just, I don't know.
Interesting. I don't want to talk to that guy at a party.
You don't?
Yeah, I'd be all about him for sure. He'd be like, oh, just see me float up into the atmosphere. I'd be like, cool, David. I went to the park last weekend. I'm not bragging about it.
I like that you would just not like him. Like, that's where you go. You're like, you know what? I'm not interested in you. I'm not interested.
Let's talk about me. It's 99.9 Virgin Radio with The Weekend. Not usually does the word wholesome and 50 Cent go in the same sentence. However, Curtis Jackson.
Curtis.
And Marshall Mathers are good friends. Eminem, 50 Cent, good friends. We obviously know that.
Yeah.
Eminem was the one that, helped 50 launch his career, right? 50 Cent said in an interview, and I'm going to play the clip for you in a second, that when he hears from Eminem, when it texts him, it makes his day.
Oh.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
To this day, what's ill about him? Like, he hit me randomly. I showed him my phone he texted me and was, but he stopped doing what he's doing to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This makes my day on a whole nother level. Because I'm like, this guy, I'm always going to have love for him. That's my guy.
Oh,
isn't that adorable?
If you would have told me this morning I would wake up and 50 Cent would warm my heart, I would not have believed you.
Exactly,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It's
That's cute.
It's nice to see the soft side of him, and it's funny. Chelsea Handler's got a new special out.
I was just apparently he's a honey.
Yeah. She said, I'm using you for promotion because you're the person I get asked about the most in terms of my ex-boyfriends.
Do you know that they used to date?
They used to date.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and then apparently they had a lot of fun together and they were really sweet to each other. Yeah.
And she talks about it a lot in the new special.
And then he's like a darling. Yeah.
See, you do get the impression that 50 doesn't, he jokes around a lot online and sometimes he pushes it a little bit too far, but you do get the impression he seems like a really good
terrible social media presence.
Yeah.
So it's like terrible social media.
He pushes it way too far.
But I've always also been kind of I don't know.
Are you
like
crushing?
I've always been crushing on 50 Cent. He's, I don't know, and I like that he has a bit of a deep side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's got an edge and a deep side, and he's a nice guy, and he's talented and
He's
filthy
complex,
rich,
you know?
and always dressed well. Yeah, it's almost like if we're grading on a curve here, he's winning at all times.
50.
Tastes like strawberries.
It's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
Wear a mask while having sex. This according to Canada's top doctor, Dr. Teresa Tam, who said in a statement that sexual activity with new partners does increase the risk of contracting the coronavirus, particularly if there's close contact like kissing. So, like other activities during COVID-19 that involve physical closeness, there are some things you can do to minimize the risk of getting infected and spreading the virus. Skip kissing and consider wearing a mask while doing it. Also, she did say that just, being by yourself is probably the safest way to survive this whole thing.
Well, that's always been the safest way.
Yeah.
None of us are taking that advice, though. Let's be honest.
No, but you got to say it.
Yeah.
Like
in
health
gym class, they're like, yeah, you know what's 100% effective? Not doing it.
Yeah, whatever. Cool guy.
I don't like the voice that you had when you were.
That's my high school gym teacher.
I knew it. I could tell every high school gym teacher sounds like that.
Now take a lap. Harry and Meghan have signed a multi-year deal with Netflix. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, or at least formerly, I guess, will produce a range of content for the streaming service, such as documentaries, feature films, scripted shows, and children's programming. They obviously resettled in California, and have since they stopped being working members of the royal family about 6 months ago, and it's been kind of up in the air about what they wanted to do. They might appear in front of the camera in some documentaries, though Meghan has said previously that she has no desire to resume her acting career. So who knows what's going to happen there, but a bit of a strange little right turn. And Billie Eilish has designed a logo for the 2028 LA Olympics.
Cool.
First of all, how weird is it to talk about things that are super into the future and not get super nervous about it actually happening? Like, I'm still in that. Anytime I hear anything happening, I'm like, is that really going to happen because of?
But we think LA, we should have this maybe solved by 2028, right?
Yeah, who knows?
Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
It's true.
So she was amongst a whole bunch of artists who were asked to design the LA 28 logo, and they could do whatever they wanted with the A in the LA, apparently. So the important part of this story is Billie Eilish is awesome, and everything she does is awesome.
I love her so much.
Oh yeah,
Love her so
this
much.
is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. That's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. 5 minutes from now, it's going to be you and destroying your debt with $100,000. Just got to give you a keyword to text in. So that will be at 7 on Virgin Radio.
With Adam Wilde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
You have 1 minute left to text MONKEY, MONKEY,
Monkey.
to 99999 for a $100,000 destroy your debt, and then we will be calling you back. So make sure you're around your phone to pick it up. Now, in the meantime, I got to tell you this story. Actually, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let the man who has this major complaint to lodge with his particular city council in Kansas, Lincoln, Kansas.
Oh, not Lincoln.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He's very upset about one thing. Now, you would imagine that, given what's going on in the world right now, it's got to be like COVID or something related. No. Oh, no. It has to do with chicken.
My name is Andrew Christensen. I live at 1212 Twin Ridge Road. Lincoln has the opportunity to be a social leader in this country. We have been casually ignoring a problem that has gotten so out of control that our children are throwing around names and words without even understanding their true meaning and treating things as though they're normal. I go into nice family restaurants and I see people throwing this name around and pretending as though everything is just fine.
It's a very concerning thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
obviously,
Yeah,
are
like
we
this
not?
sounds heavy. Like,
Yeah. Sounds like he's hitting on some major social issue here.
I'm talking about boneless chicken wings.
Never mind.
oh, stop it.
I propose that we as a city remove the... Excuse me, I'm trying to... Excuse me, come on.
So they had
Did somebody say sir, come on, in the background?
No, that's him. The guy speaking, going. I guess there's a person waiting in line to present to city council. He's laughing so hard. He's like, "Excuse me, sir, I am trying to present."
I have the floor.
Excuse me, I'm trying to... Excuse me.
And the city councilman calls him dude.
I propose that we as a city remove the name boneless wings from our menus and from our hearts. These are our reasons why. Number one, nothing about boneless chicken wings actually come from the wing of a chicken. We would be disgusted if a butcher was mislabeling their cuts of meats, but then we go around and pretending as though the breast of the chicken is its wing. Number two, boneless chicken wings are just chicken tenders. which are already boneless. I don't go to order boneless tacos. I don't go and order boneless club sandwiches. I don't ask for boneless auto repair. It's just what's expected.
Now, you can say this is ridiculous, but he does raise some good points.
He's making a lot of good
See, half of
points.
me is like, my love, you are wasting so much time.
Sure.
But also I'm like, all right, like, I get it.
And then number 3, we need to raise our children better. Our children are raised being afraid of having bones attached to their meat. That's where meat comes from. It grows on bones. We need to teach them that the wing of a chicken is from a chicken, and it's delicious. I propose that we rename boneless wings in the city of Lincoln. We can call them buffalo-style chicken tenders. We can call them wet tenders. We can call them saucy nugs or trash.
Don't like that.
We can take these steps and show the country that where we stand, and that we understand that we've been living a lie for far too long.
I just don't.
Man, you know what's? It's very powerful when you can remember where you are in a moment, an important moment
Stop
in
it.
history.
We've made history today.
When the Challenger exploded, 9/11, and now this guy talking about boneless chicken wings.
TJ.
You'll always remember where you were.
That is somebody who has had too much time to think about it during the pandemic. It's 99.9 Virgin Radio.
If I woke up without you, I don't know what I would do.
Virgin Mornings.
Here's another scientific survey.
Scientific survey.
Before we get into this, I want you to know that TJ and Jax are wrong.
You can't start things like that. You can't.
Well, listen, I'm trying to keep it. This is a scientific survey. It's a very scientific process.
That's
but
not science.
there is a right answer to this.
Okay.
And there is a wrong answer, and you two are on the other side. So, everyone under the age of 55 would rather have you text than call. Science has found this. 72% of people under the age of 39 would rather have you text. 61% of those between 40 and 54 would rather you text. For people under 55, it is 35% prefer text.
If you really
Of the
want to
majority.
get me going.
Not 35. I got that wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You know what
If
I'm
you really
yeah.
want to get me going, if you want to get me tender, you call me. I love a good phone call.
Calling is way better than
Way
texting.
better.
And I will tell you why for one very simple reason. I'm an anxiety boy.
Yeah.
Jax is an anxiety gal. There's millions of people with anxiety. You, when you read billions, I'll say billions.
What is this?
I'm working out, building up to something here.
Public service.
What are we doing right now?
This is my TED Talk.
Millions of stuff. Okay, keep going, honey. Keep going.
5 cents from every TJ word.
Start playing in the arms of the angels for me.
Guys, what, TJ? What are you going to say, sweetheart?
No, now I have to start over. Sorry, this will only take me like 10, 20 minutes. Millions of people have anxiety.
Sorry,
and through text, you can't read tone.
I was going to say, what he's trying to say is
makes-
tone's better
Right.
over phone call.
Yeah.
I'm throwing this
Is
out
that
there.
all you wanted to say?
Yeah, with a long walk to get a short drink of water.
It was. For people over the age of 55, 49% prefer a call, 35% prefer a text. So even people over the age of 55 are like, well, it's not
It's
bad.
just quicker. I like a good phone call because it's quicker.
See,
it's more.
I don't think that it is. And I'll tell you why.
No.
Because whenever you call someone, I'm calling you. Okay, ring, 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 ring.
Oh, hello?
Ring, ring, ring. Hi, Jax. How are you?
What's going on, buddy? How are you?
I'm great. Well, how's your day going?
It's all right.
See what's happening right now?
It's because I want to tell you about my day.
Yeah, no, I don't. What if I am just calling you for something super quick? If I want to ask you a question, all I have to do on text is ask you the question. I don't say, hey, how's your day? Sign off. Hey, it's from Adam. Like, whatever. All I have to do is ask you the question over
You skip being a good human is what you do.
I don't think that's true at all. There's no bearing on your
only
character.
time that texting is superior to making a phone call is arguing.
That is not
You
true,
are
TJ.
so wrong
TJ,
on that.
that is not true.
Oh my God. Okay,
TJ.
all right.
Chugga, here comes the TJ logic train.
Okay.
Because it gives you time to put together a good response. When you're on the phone, you have to be quick, like a lawyer. No thanks, friend.
You know what's even better
Let
than
me
all
make
that?
a draft and let me edit that draft and then I'll send it to
Communicate
you.
in person, TJ.
No.
How is that? How has text fighting and call fighting worked out for you thus far?
I've been fighting with my girlfriend over text for 6 days straight.
Wow.
And I am winning.
It's
I
an
worry.
eventual
I'm
win.
kidding.
It's like a cricket match. Just eventually it ends. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We want to get a sense of what you think. Okay.
Oh,
'Cause
we're getting a bunch of
this is a
texts
pretty
already.
this is a pretty blanket
Yeah.
study, right? Everybody under the age of 55 thinks one thing. That's pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to do no age in this. It doesn't really matter how old you are. What we want to know is, what do you prefer? What is superior in your mind, and tell us why. Also, please never, ever, ever, ever argue over text message. Ignore everything TJ said then.
No, don't ignore TJ.
So, is it a call? Or is it a text for you? 416-872-9999.
Call us, because that's the best way to get in touch with us, by phone with the calling.
Or you can text us because it's more convenient. Virgin Radio.
Mornings.
Here's another scientific survey.
Scientific survey.
The question we're putting before you is text or talk, which is better, which is far superior? Because overall, in a recent survey, it said people under the age of 55, on the whole, would rather take text messages, which I believe to be the right answer. TJ and Jack's like, no, call me and waste all my time.
Sorry that you live in a world with robots and no feelings.
Dan?
Yes.
What do you prefer?
Talking.
On the phone?
Yeah.
Dan, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for asking, because we're not robots, you know?
Isn't it nice to hear our voices and not just read words?
And read tone. Isn't it warm?
Isn't it? Like, you can tell the intention in the voice. You can't get that.
And look how sweet your voice is. Oh,
And Dan, guess what? When we're done with this conversation, we don't have to talk anymore. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Isn't that great? And it's not recorded on your phone, and you can't show people, and it's like done.
You know, this all could have been texted to us because you guys haven't said very much. So I'm just throwing that out.
Yeah,
there.
but
It could have been texted to you, but I'm in the age group that's a little bit older than the 55, so...
Dan,
There it is.
we don't mind whatever age you are. We want you anyway.
Dan,
Except I want you on my team, Dan. I'm a little upset.
Dan, your voice is like a warm bath. And
Never mind.
Okay, stop hitting on Dan.
I don't
All right,
know.
all right.
Well, that's early in the morning.
Dan, you're the best, buddy. And Jax, you're a bit of a creep. Not gonna lie.
he was nice.
Okay, so TJ, what are the text messages saying? That's one vote, you guys. And by the way, it's a best of 5 here.
Okay. Text from the 289. I'm a texter. It's easier since I'm usually working, and most of the people who call me like to talk for a while.
So we're tied at ones. I like it.
Another text from the 905. It's ironic to text when I prefer phone calls, but here I am. I'm a bubbly person, and you can hear that on the phone.
Yeah, it's nice.
In order to have the same vibe in the world, we would need to have to send a ton of emojis.
Okay, well, listen.
No time for that.
I trust that she's bubbly because she says she is.
So it's 2-1. Mm-hmm. From the 226, I have to side with Adam.
Yes!
No, you don't. Definitely text me. Don't call me, they say. And this last text from the 905. I'm 21, and I hate texting. People can't get their point across through a text. A phone call is to the point and is amazing. Texting is garbage.
I just like chatting, you know what I mean? And Adam, I'm wondering if you need my sweater, because your life seems cold.
What?
Wow.
I have...
That's what you got, eh?
Yeah,
I don't like to
We need
fight.
to work on the
him to
I don't
that.
like
Yeah.
to fight.
We're coming
Mornings.
with what's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
Doug Ford is begging university students to not party when they go back to school this fall.
Just please.
He's pleading with the students to not get too rowdy, not party together with the COVID increased fear. He said, quote, he feels like a dad preaching to the kids and doesn't want it to be that way, but it's critical, saying, I understand kids have to get out there and be with their friends, but guys, just be careful when you go back to school. It's funny because he does sound a little bit like a dad, but at the same time, you know Doug is partied a bit.
Oh, he had he had some fun. Doug party.
Never party.
and I think he's speaking from experience. You know, it's funny. I was on King West last night, and
you saw Doug. Correct?
I didn't see Doug. No,
Stop it.
But I did see like the restaurants are like booming.
Yeah.
Like it's loud and crazy and so,
illegal sometimes.
No, in this case it wasn't.
Okay.
Obviously, everybody was following the rules, social distancing, masks, and that sort of thing. But it made me think about school because, like, they're going to see that if you go to U of T or you go to Ryerson or you go to any of the colleges in the area, you're going to see that and go, well, why can't we?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, especially imagine it's your first year in university and it's like
no parents,
and you finally get that that first level of adult freedom.
It's the best.
You know, there's that urge to break the rules, but just try not to. Okay.
I can't stop thinking about Doug Ford dancing at Marble or something. You know what I mean? Like out on the patio, being like, guys, we have to.
You know
we
what?
have to stop.
When this whole pandemic thing's over, I think he should.
I think he should put up a TikTok of him dancing to reward us all for good behavior.
Okay.
Get ready, friend. A new season of The Mandalorian is coming out next month, which means more Baby Yoda, which is exactly what the world needs. In fact, we needed more of it about 6 months ago. Disney announced that the new season is going to hit October 30th. Now, there's no official trailer, but fans online were just like, yes, more Baby Yoda. We can't wait to see the child. Season 3 is also in the works and has been for quite some time. So it looks like there's going to be no shortage of The Mandalorian or Baby Yoda for a while. And it takes a lot for me to bring up Dancing with the Stars on this radio program.
God.
But when they announced that Nev Schulman, Nelly, AJ McLean of the Backstreet Boys were going to be on this new season, I was like, okay, cool. But then they also announced that Chrishell from Selling Sunset on Netflix, which is like the greatest show ever made.
Please watch that show so we can all talk about that together.
Oh, it's perfect.
I love Chrishell.
Yeah, she's great.
I hated Chrishell, but now I love Chrishell.
Yep.
She's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, which is cool. But the absolute coolest news, Carol Baskin of Tiger King is going to be on the new season of Dancing with the Stars, which is not something I knew I wanted until I read it. And now I'm absolutely going to watch it until she's voted off.
And a little shout out to Caitlin Bristow, Vancouver's own. She was the Canadian Bachelorette. Not like Bachelor Canada, but like Bachelorette in the United States as a Canadian. And she's cool as hell. Met her a couple times. And I hope she wins. Just throwing up.
I also just think that you have a crush on her.
I sort of have a crush on her.
I know that you have a crush on her.
Since the beginning.
Julie, and I hear that she's really nice. And if she happens
really
to be
great.
listening, I swear to God, just please call me.
My phone number is.
Yeah. Also, if you could follow me on Instagram or answer any of my DMs, that would be fantastic.
Single Adam, ready to hang.
You should slide into Carol Baskin's DMs.
Stop it, guys. Stop talking about her. You know I don't like her.
I can't. No.
You and her weird husband and her can form a throuple.
No, we can't. Let's move on.
That's what's trending of TJ.
Okay, is it? Thanks, TJ. Now, we have ghosted just around 8 o'clock like we normally do. So that's a song from now. Also, though, we've got that keyword after Sam Smith here that you're going to need to text to us so that we can hook you up with $100,000 with Destroy Your Debt. $100,000 with Virgin Radio next.
Wear a mask while having sex. That's according to Canada's top doctor, Dr. Teresa Tam, who said in a statement that sexual activity with new partners does increase the risk of contracting the coronavirus, particularly if there's close contact, like kissing.
Team Tam, man.
Ooh.
I'm down with it.
Like
Team
other
Tam.
activities during COVID-19 that involve physical closeness, there are some things you can do to minimize the risk of infection. You could skip kissing and consider wearing a mask during those intimate times to protect yourself.
Kissing's so nice. Don't
I love a good makeout session. Aren't they the best?
Yeah,
No one
so
talks
nice.
about that. We always talk about
Sensual,
sex,
baby.
but let's talk about the makeout for a second.
Yeah.
Also,
smooch me.
Yeah, like, listen, the pandemic can take a lot of stuff away from us, but don't take our kissing. Come on.
Wow.
I'm upset.
I haven't seen you this fired up about anything all morning.
You have
Kinda
my
hot,
attention.
right?
It is kind of.
Wanna make out
I
later?
think no. The throuple continues.
Canada's chief medical officer, did you see how awkward that was?
Yeah.
Also said Wednesday that going solo remains the lowest risk sexual option in the pandemic. Now she just sounds like your health class teacher.
Yeah. True.
Hey, gang, remember, abstinence.
Yep.
And they're always like talking with their hands. Anyway, Harry and Meghan have signed a multi-year deal with Netflix. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, or at least the former ones, will produce a range of content for the streaming service, such as documentaries, feature films, scripted shows, and children's programming. This seems a little strange, considering Meghan said she was retiring from acting.
And weren't they like, we just want to live a normal life? It's like, you just
then they moved
signed a
to Los
Netflix deal.
Angeles and now they signed up with Netflix. If they talk like openly about what happened there, I'm in.
Yeah, same here.
I don't think it's going to be about them, though. Do you? Is it going to be about them?
I want to know the secrets.
They did say that they might appear in front of camera for some things, but who knows?
Okay, can I just be honest with you?
Yeah.
No.
I'm uncomfortable with this.
Why?
I didn't like that headline this morning. I know that it's Netflix's job to sign celebrities and stuff like that, but like as TJ said, you wanted to go live a normal life.
Yeah.
Normal life is not Los Angeles signing mega millions deals with Netflix.
Go to Arkansas, mind your business.
What I wish they had said was, we don't want to be in this royal family because it sucks.
Yeah.
And all the duties suck.
Yeah.
Let's go be celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
If you'd at least been honest about it,
But
I would have been great. Okay, yeah, I get
Maybe they're working on being honest. Maybe it's
eventual honesty. I don't know if that's how that works.
They're not quite there yet.
Doesn't that mean you're lying?
No,
That means you're lying for a long time until you tell the truth.
I just want to think the best of everybody. That
I appreciate that.
Royalty. Okay, yeah, they lied. They
Fair
lied.
enough.
Okay, all right.
However, if they would have moved to Toronto, we would have been like, yeah, what's up? But nope, they're in LA. because they were talking about moving to Toronto. Hey, Billie Eilish designed a logo for the 2028 LA Olympics, which, first of all, how exciting is it to talk about an event that actually might happen in the future?
Wow.
She was amongst a bunch of artists and celebrities who were asked to design the LA 28 logo, and they could do whatever they want with the A. So she made like a little green A. It's pretty cool. The important part of the story is that Billie Eilish is awesome. Everything she does is awesome.
She
and
is
it's
an
neat
incredible
that she's
creator. Yes.
as young as she is, and she gets to have an influence on something like the Olympics.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thanks, TJ. Robin, in an hour, is going to have another code word for you for $100,000. Destroy your debt. And if you're bored today, look us up on YouTube. Virgin Radio Toronto. Our entire show is posted in video form for you to watch.